There you go. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be right now. And welcome to the very first episode of Curious Talk Live. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am Rodney Garcia. I will be your host for tonight. Well, actually, I'm very excited to do this. I know it's kind of like the last minute, spur of the minute, spur of the moment rather, because we only decided to do this live stream a few hours ago. So we weren't really able to promote it as much. But those are some of the things that we sometimes happens. When it's a spur of the moment thing. The unplanned ones are usually the ones that really happen. So thanks for joining us tonight. If this is your first time to discover us, whether you are on Facebook or you are on uh, Facebook or YouTube for our live stream, and also some other channels, thank you for joining us. Thank you, and I would really appreciate it if by any chance you can do the best that you can to subscribe to our channel. This particular live show or live stream happens on a Monday, and we'll do our best to do it as much as we can. But would you do me a favor right now? Just a little plug here. Could you just go to youtube.com/, Curious Tech Life, and maybe you can subscribe to our channel. And not just for our live streams, but also the videos that we do every week. And we'd really appreciate that. We want to thank everyone who's joining us tonight. And if we do have a topic that we need to talk about today, but first, we want to let you know what we do, okay? So basically, we're a channel that provides you with the best videos in tech as much as we can with the limited budget that we have, with the limited resources we have. And that's something I like. I like being very creative, even if you have those limitations. And those are some of the things that we do here. We're already at the moment doing tech reviews, and you've probably seen that. And this is one of those that we're also doing. We're doing live stream and Curious Talk Live. Isn't that kind of catchy? Kind of like a play of words of Curious Tech Life, but it's actually Curious Talk Live. And tonight we do have a topic. We don't just go here rambling about stuff. We are actually here with a topic. So for Curious Talk Live tonight, our episode topic is tech that changed your life. Is there a certain technology that you did not use before, but because of it, things have changed in your life? Now, I want us to uh, give a little bit of parameters in the topic. Okay, uh, I know some of us can think one one topic or one general idea. We have to be specific with the answers that we will be getting today. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you can say, "Well, what the tech that changed my life is the internet." But the internet is too big. There's just so much that the internet reaches out to, whether it's video, audio, communication, whether it's on email or whether doing business. So I would appreciate it that when we talk about tech that change your life, we're going to be talking about something a little bit more specific. That's one. Number two, we're going to talk about tech that change your life that is personal to you. Of course, I'm going to be sharing a few as well in terms of what I think, in my opinion, changed my life. Okay, and again, it might not be a big deal for you, but or a big deal for me, but maybe a big deal for you, or it may not be a big deal for you. It's a big deal for me. Why? Because this particular technology changed my life. Now, when we talk about technology, we're not just talking about gadgets, by the way. All right. I know when people think about technology, the first thing that comes in their minds is a gadget, a phone, what else? Computer and all of that. Okay, that's good. That you can use that, no problem. But there are also certain technologies that are not necessarily gadget related, right? It could be something medical, right? Maybe you're watching this and you're saying, well, this particular technology helped me out medically, or maybe in the education sphere, or maybe in the business sphere. Maybe before you were doing it this way, but now you're doing it that way. So the reason why I'm saying this because we are open to people giving their thoughts through our chat. Okay, so we do have a chat, and the chat is gonna go on this side of the screen right here, and we're gonna show some of those chats there. That's where we're gonna be displaying the chats. So and we are on YouTube. We're also on Facebook and Twitch and VK. If you're watching in these channels, do put your comments there, and I believe we will be able to read them as we have this topic. Now, since again, this is a test episode or first episode we're gonna do, so it may not be perfect, right? So as we go along, we are going to make some improvements. I would love to have like a background music, but again, we have to be careful with copyright and all of that. We don't want to use music that will get us in trouble with the different social platforms. But again, thank you for joining us tonight. And well, I'd really love for you to participate if you can in terms of our discussions tonight. So I'm just checking a little bit on some of the posts that are on our screens here today. But for me, let's start with technology. Technology has gone a long way. And I'm actually turning 45 this year. Imagine that. We thank God for that. Whenever you celebrate your birthday, you always have to thank God that, my goodness, one more year. We're getting older, and that's fine. I'd rather get older than not get old at all, but wiser at the same time. So getting older and getting wiser. I've been in times wherein, did you know that I actually lived a time when there was no internet? And I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I said, the now generation, the ones that are 20 years old to roughly about 20, 25 years old, they did not grow up without the internet. Okay. Most of them have been exposed or were exposed in the internet as early as they were kids, right? But some of us Gen X, the ones who are 40 above, or even I think 40 above, right? We grew up without the internet. I remember the internet coming in to my life way back in the early 90s. I was in college around 93. That's where in the Philippines we started having the internet. And it was very slow, and and we didn't have like YouTube and all of that stuff. But now the point here is that there may be technologies that some of you will say, "Oh, this changed my life," but for some of us, like for the 40-year-old, and above, or maybe even the 35-ish year olds and above, a lot of technological advancements that happen in our lifetime is a big jump from what we know. All right, a big jump from what we know. Okay, so what are the things that changed your life? Now, again, we want to hear from you. We want you to participate. So all you need to do is just go to wherever you're watching this right now, on Facebook, whether you're watching it on YouTube, Twitch. I just logged in on Twitch earlier, and on VK or others. Just go ahead on the comment section or on the chat and just type it there. Okay. Give shout outs first for the people who are here. Excuse me. We want to say hi to Jopet. Thanks for joining us, bro. And TJ. Hey, TJ. What's up, man? Long time no see. I haven't heard you for a while. Thanks for joining us tonight. I really hope you can participate now. Okay, so I'll start off and then we'll just wait for the others who are going to participate in this chat. So for me, one of the things that changed my life when it comes to technology would be, and I don't know if you remember this, some of you do, probably half of the people who is a karaoke machine. Does anybody remember a karaoke machine? I don't have a photo. I wish I had prepared a photo. But for those of you who were starting and when I say karaoke machine, it's not the videoke machine. Okay, it's not the one with the screen and you push buttons and you sing. No, this is a karaoke machine, right? And this is actually, it looks like a small refrigerator, like a personal refrigerator, and then it has two tape decks. I don't even know if I'm talking to anybody here who actually understands what's a tape deck. It's actually a tape recorder. Okay, so this was before CDs, DVDs, MP3 players, Blu-rays. This was tape. Okay, we're talking of cassette tape, and one was playing, the other one was recording. For me, that changed my life, simply because when I was around roughly 14, 15, um, I wasn't really, I'm not really a sports guy. I mean, I don't play basketball. I swim, but I'm not really a basketball guy. But I lean towards arts, creative. So most of the time I'm either drawing or doing something creative. But there was a time, I think it was around 14, 15, around that time, wherein my parents gave me an old keyboard, actually still here. I have old keyboard. There's no MIDI. I didn't have a MIDI time at that time. And then what I would do would be hooking that keyboard up to a karaoke machine, and the karaoke machine had the like two inputs for microphones, so, and that echo and all of that. So it had an ability to record music. So basically, that started my journey into producing music. And at that time, I didn't know how to play keyboards. I didn't know how to play chords and sing at the same time. Specifically during that time when my voice was still being, it was still developing. So that's when I also started rapping. So now a lot of you are like, "What? You know how to rap?" Yeah, maybe not like the rapping today, but the old school kind of rap. So the point here is it changed my life because the karaoke machine, though compared to today when we have MacBooks and garage bands and Logic and MIDI and sequencers and drum pads and all of that, for me, that changed my life simply because it opened up the door for me to start doing music and then adding stuff on top of each other, the best that we could. We didn't have sequencers and stuff like that. So for me, that's one. The first thing that comes to my mind would be the karaoke machine. I don't know how many of you sample. TJ, that's going to be for another episode. You have to watch that in another. TJ saying, okay, why don't you do a sample right there? Okay. That is for another episode. Okay, that is for another episode. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to make this work. There you go. Oh, okay. Um, Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try this on out and see how this all works here. Okay, so let me see. Huh. There you go. It's popping up there, but not really in the real stream. The way on the side. I don't know. Again, we're trying our best to do this the first time. So no, again, going back, TJ, I can't do a sample right now because I don't got my gear. Plus, that would be good for another time. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I might be doing something like that. All right. So how about you guys? How about you? Those who are on YouTube and Facebook and all the other channels, what are the kinds of what do you call this technology that you guys are um, change your life? Okay, let me put that again. Let me put it on the screen again. What is the technology that changed your life? What kind of tech did you that changed your life? And when I say change your life, it's not necessarily just okay, it has to be something somehow that something memorable for you. Okay, so we want to thank those who are watching us. So if you could please give me, indulge me by going on the chat and typing there, um, some of the stuff that maybe that change your life, that change your life. Okay, so any volunteers? This is usually the hard part when you ask people to volunteer and to put something there. Um, Okay, so another thing that changed, probably not just my life, but everybody's life. We're talking about the internet, right? But not just the internet, but I think one of the tech that really changed the lives of many people, not just myself, would be video calls. Not just audio calls, but video calls. I lived during a time wherein calling someone, we call it abroad. Okay, TJ says. Okay, I'll be more specific. TJ, you tell me why it's that thing, that tech. So don't just so give me a little bit more, little bit more explanation. So for me, I lived in a time wherein we used to call um, like friends or family overseas, especially like my grandfather was one of the first overseas Filipino workers, in Saudi Arabia, and when we would call them, uh, whether in Saudi or in the U.S., when we would call them, we would use what we call a phone, not this kind phone, but a landline, actual dial phone, and it's called an overseas call, and that call is expensive. It's very expensive to do that call. It's on a per minute basis, and it's expensive, and that's why some of them, when they would talk, they would talk like fast because they know how expensive an overseas call is. But because of the internet, more specifically because of video calling, um, the calling someone anywhere around the world is much more affordable. In fact, it's only based on your plan, your internet plan, because the call is going through the internet. Now, there was a time we were just doing audio calls, like Skype calls, and it's all on audio. But in the past, I believe around 5 years, um, there's so much that has improved when it comes to the internet, that now we can do video calls. And the video calls that we're doing are are really of excellent quality. Okay. I mean, before it was like pixelated and it's very jagged, it's not fluid. But now it's so fluid, right? And specifically during this time, pandemic and lockdown, and people can't go out, and that is a big help for people to start connecting with family. Like in my case, it took me about a year before I saw my parents, and what really helped was connecting with them through video, connecting them through whether it's on Viber or Zoom. Um, it just made things much easier to bear, specifically during this time of the pandemic. So I think that's one. The video calls is a great help when it comes to changing the life, not just my life, but your life. Okay. Um, TJ says that for him, it's the mobile phone. Okay. Now I'm sure the mobile phone, man, I could be a historian somehow, because I grew up in a time when we didn't have mobile phones. We had, I was actually in somewhere in my late, somewhere like early 20s, roughly around nine, no, not early 20s, but 18, 19, when we started having mobile phones. And when I talk about mobile phones, I'm talking about cellular phones, phones that you can bring anywhere and you can use to talk. There wasn't texting at that time. So that's what we would do. We would buy the phone and it's just when, and then Nokia came in, right? And here in the Philippines, there were a lot of brands, but Nokia was the top selling brand. And they were the first ones that introduced like multimedia messaging and a little bit of video and stuff like that. Um, but it came to a point when the iPhone, the iPhone was the one that practically changed the entire ecosystem of communication as we know it. Because of the iPhone. When it came out, it wasn't really like bells and whistles that we know now. But when the iPhone came out, that started the revolution. Of next thing you know, we were having cameras and all of that. So yes, for Tyrell, John Uy, I said his full name. It's the mobile phone. Hey, let me give a shout out to everyone that's here today who is uh, just supporting this channel. Dude, the Filipino freelancer, bro. Thank you. Yes, thank you for this. Yes, the setup is we're bringing it up, right? I mean, before it was just like a blank wall. Now we're kind of putting some stuff here. And by the way, I will be one of the videos in the future. We will be showing you behind the scenes of what happens when I do the tapings or the videos, and what's my setup, how it looks like. Because sometimes you look at this and say, "Oh, it's so pretty," but it's a little bit messy here somehow. Okay, thanks, bro. Uh, and by the way, you can go to free Filipino freelancer. He's got like 1,500 subscribers, and one of these nights he's going to go on this show, and we're going to talk about Filipino freelancing. All right, so we're gonna do that in the future episode. We already talked about that, bro. Right? We already talked about that. We're gonna collaborate. One of my first collaborations ever. So please go to his channel. Please do check it out. Specifically, if you want to know more about freelancing for Filipinos. If you want to know more about that, because specifically now, and I think we're going to have another. I want to do an episode about Filipino freelancing, because I think Filipinos, not oh, sorry, let me say that again. They're not only in demand, but a lot of people really rely on Filipinos on their online business. So, and a lot of Filipinos here have the potential, they just don't know how. So John, we're gonna have to schedule that, bro. Maybe next week. I don't know. We're gonna schedule that so that more people, specifically now that we have this pandemic and everything, we have got to do that. And yes, okay, I'm gonna put it now on the screen. It says for sure, bro. Okay, so you can't say no. Okay, let me go back. John, if you've got like tech that change your life, you can also put it on the comment section as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to put what TJ said. Smartphone in general, it has everything that is essential to our daily life this time and age: communication, research, navigator, video, chat, and many more. TJ, let me say this, bro. Let me say this. The phone, for sure, has changed our life simply because it's one of those things that we either check before or check after we wake up, or the moment we wake up, right? You check the phone. Before you leave, you check, do I have my phone with me, right? Or you want to know about news, you don't go buy a newspaper anymore, you check your phone. We do a lot of things, practically everything with our phone, right? And I do remember a time when we had one particular gadget. Apologies if you're hearing some humming. This is actually the air conditioner right here on this side. So there was a time when we were having a separate gadget for every kind of purpose, right? So if you wanted to have a communicator, you had your phone, you had your cell phone. Okay, now it's called a smartphone. So the old cell phone is now the dumb phone, okay, which is actually what they call it, right? If it doesn't have a screen, it doesn't have internet, it's called a dumb phone, okay? So it was a cell phone. If we wanted to do research, we either had a a machine that has built-in encyclopedia, or we had those CDs. Remember CDs, guys? When we would put it on a CD-ROM, and then we would search the CD-ROM. It even has like videos and stuff. And then we had a separate GPS navigator in the car. And then we would, I mean, there were just so many things that now all of that can be in a phone, and then we can do so much more. Not just watch things, but communicate, etc. So yes, TJ, your phone. I'll be the first one to say, yeah, the phone is really a game changer, really. The thing is, um, as we move forward, not only will you see phones getting much more, features wise, but you will be able to see also prices go down, and then it becomes more affordable for everyone. And there's just so many things to talk about. We'll probably have another episode about phones in general. So, okay, uh, we are already halfway in our discussion. So again, our discussion for tonight is for Curious Talk Live, or episode 1. Our topic is tech that changed your life. By the way, before we go further, while we're waiting for the chats to come in, we just want to give you a little plug to please subscribe, watch, like, comment, and share our videos here at Curious Tech Live. Every week, we come out with new videos regarding technology and live streams like this every Monday night when we talk about different things about technology. We talk about it, how it is part of our life, how it has changed our life, and how things can be better in certain technologies, or maybe we might even be talking about technology that is not good for our life, okay? Because there's always something good for something, and there's always something that's not so good, all right? So we'll probably talk about that. But again, oh, by the way, we want to thank all 600 people who subscribed to our channel. We are already 600 people. We just need a few more people to hit 1,000. So please do click the subscribe button. If you have, then go share it to your friends, and maybe they will subscribe as well. But we do need all the help we can get with Curious Tech Life. At the same time, if you want, you can check out our Facebook page. You may be watching our Facebook page right now. You know where to find us, and also on Twitter. Okay, and again, welcome to Curious Talk Live. I am your host with the most, your Tito of Tech, Rodney Garcia. I actually was thinking about saying that if I were going to say that, but I said it anyway. I think I have to find something, like make it a brand. The Tito of Tech. I hope that catches on. Anyway, so again, our Curious Talk Live topic for tonight is tech that changed your life. Again, we encourage you, if you will, please give us your comments downstairs, or not downstairs, at the bottom, or if you'd like, hey. Let me issue you a challenge. All right. If you're here and you want to be part of the show right now, whether you want to go on audio or you want to go on video, as long as it's decent and you weren't going to say any bad words, because this is a family show, I can send you a link, and then you can go online with me right now, and we can discuss it online right now. So how do you do that? How do you get involved? Go right now if you can. It's either I will contact you through Facebook. Maybe you can go and email us. Let me put the email. Hold on, give me a sec. Hello. Okay, I think we're facing a little problems. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry if something happened. I don't know, something. Hey, Maria. Hi. Thank you for joining us here at Curious Tech Live. Curious Talk Live. I'm getting confused. But again, let me say that again. If you happen to be, if you want to be part of the show right now, as in like really right now, and you're wearing decent clothing, and you want to share something, go and get in touch with us directly. Go to the Facebook page and send us a private message, or maybe you can tell me. You can send us an email right now, and I will resend it to you. I don't know. Again, we're just really doing the best that we can here, and doing the best that we can to give the make this work. Maria Uy, thank you for watching. Hello, and hey Maria, let me ask you something, and we're gonna put it on the screen again, and you can put it on your comment section. Is there something that is, is there a tech that literally changed your life? All right, and be specific as much as you can. Okay, don't just say internet. Okay, and I'm hoping I can hear from you. Okay, now considering the pandemic that we are facing right now, schools and offices have closed up, and for almost a year or more than a year, a lot of schools are using the internet to push to make the education system work. And one of those things for me that really is important as for the internet, the purpose of the internet that has changed the life of a lot of people would be that education from home. And I know it is very difficult. A lot of kids, a lot of students are not really liking it. They're not really into it, or they're having a hard time coping. I should know because I have a son who is also into uh, edu- uh, doing school from home. So it is quite difficult. But we're still thankful for the internet, that because of that, we are able to do education online. Now, of course, it's just going to take some time to do that. It might be a little difficult for some, but I'm glad that we are doing the best that we can to cope. Okay, so for me, one of the tech that changes our life would be that for the internet, in specifically in the realm of the education system. Okay, and that's you. If you're a student, I don't know if that's a you agree with me or not. Of course, it's always good to be in the classroom and do stuff. Like talk to your classmate, your seatmate, or whatever, right? So those are some of the things that we miss. Hey, oh yeah, shout out to Jake. Hey, what's up, Jake? Thanks for joining us tonight. It's 10 o'clock. Say hi to Aubrey for me. Maybe she's watching right now too. So again, Jake, if you're watching right now, here's my a little challenge. Maybe you can share to us what kind of tech has changed your life. Okay, which part of tech has changed your life? All right, so we are already on 36 minutes. And there are some people watching us. Hey, thank you so much for watching us. I'm looking here because I'm watching. I'm trying to check also my console here and see how people are responding. All right, so there you go. There you go. Where is Hey Jopet? Are you online, bro? Because he says here, yay. I like that. Yay. Yay. Okay, Jopet, are you there, bro? If you are online and you want to be part of the show, just send me a private chat, and I will send you the link so that you guys can join us here tonight. Okay. So again, we want to tell you that just remind you a little bit. Oh, by the way, there is something that I'd like for you to do. Maybe that's something you can help me with. Maybe you can reach out to us at curioustechlife@gmail.com, because we want to know what would be a great episode for this show. I know it's just the start of the show, and and all of that. And it's not that we don't have any topics online. We do have a lot of topics online. Uh, in line, rather, not online. A lot of topics in line, but you may have a topic that you want to talk about. Please do send it to us through email. with the details right there, right there. curioustechlife at gmail.com. Or maybe there are some stuff that you want to work with us or talk to us about. Hey, we're more than welcome. You are more than welcome to contact us directly. So suggest our next episode topic. Maybe we'll talk about that next week, or maybe we'll be able to schedule that on another day. Other that, either way, we want you to get involved. So please do suggest our next episode topic by reaching out to us at curioustechlife at gmail.com. Again, tonight you are with me, Rodney Garcia, host of Curious Talk Live. And then our topic for tonight is tech that change your life. I'm sure there's like a lot of things that we can say about technology that has changed our life. And I think in the medical field, they are the one of the best fields that have seriously benefited from technology and the advancement of technology. Okay, we've got Jake here. Here we go. Jake also. Ooh, okay. Little story here. Says smartphone in general is the tech that he is changed his life. He says, I remember the first time using it, third year college, from playing music to communicating with loved ones easily. Third year college. What year was third year college for you, Jake? Because my third year college, I had a pager. Does anybody remember? Maybe some of us maybe still remember a pager. But when you were third year college, you had a smartphone. I had a pager. Okay, and Ida had a pager. So, and for us to communicate, we had to call the paging system company and tell them what the message is. They type it and then they send the message to the pager. Yep. But nowadays it's all on instant messaging. But when I was a kid, when I was in third year college, it was a pager. But for Jake, yes, he remembers using that in college, from playing music to communicating loved ones. I remember for us, what? How come this episode is starting to become like this is for him? And when I was younger, when I was younger, my way of playing music was there was a time I used the Walkman, and there was a time I used a CD player, and it skipped a lot. So there you go. Now he doesn't do that anymore. Okay. Maria Uy. All right. Uy, here we go. Okay. So for me, it's the personal computer for work. I was able to type using a typewriter before. Yes. Yes. What's up, the people who use a typewriter before? Represent, guys. That's when I start. The typewriter, sorry if I had to cut a little bit. The typewriter for me was a game changer. It's not really like super high tech, but because of the typewriter, I learned how to type with all 10 fingers without looking at the typewriter. So you had the copy right here, and then you start typing it. And I type really fast. A lot of people say, boy, you type fast. Well, because I use the typewriter with the spring and everything. So yeah, so you want to learn how to type, nowadays it's kind of easier because you have a computer and, tuldok system. But before, when we were using a typewriter, it was spring based. So these hands are a little flexed. Okay, so for her, she was able to use the typewriter before, but I could not imagine how many correction markers my paper would have. Don't you remember those times when you had what you call the snowflake? My grandparents call it a snowflake, but it's actually a strip of paper, and it's white powder and all of that. And what you do is, why am I giving? It's like I'm giving you guys an orientation on what happened in our generation. So you put that. Some of them nowadays you use like a brush, right? Or some of it now is in a paper. It's like like a pen, what did we call that before? Anyway, but we used to have what we call a snow pick, which I prefer more because you can just put it there on the typewriter. And then let's say, for example, you spell tiger wrong and you spell tiger with a Y. So you put it on there and then you press Y and then the Y is gone and then you put I. But you can't make too many mistakes or else your paper is going to look like it was somebody was painting in your room and it got splattered all over. Okay. Oh, there's one more. So Maria says, now you can just use the backspace or delete and even double check the whole letter before printing. Yes. Man, how many times have I typed and not used, and did not have any errors? All of us, even nowadays, Uh, but yes, now the computer is not in for work. That's true. That's true. With the typewriter compared to typewriter, but I do miss using a typewriter. Really, specifically the feel of the machine. Just really, you know, the sound itself at the same time is something that brings me back. Oh, Jake, you were 2013. You were third year. I was where was I 2013? I was 12 years. I was married already for about 12 years around that time. That's how old I am. And that's how much I love my wife that I wanted to, marry her. So we are coming into our 45th minute in the hour as we approach 11 o'clock. Thank you for joining me tonight. Those who are still up at 10. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, why are you streaming at 10 in the evening? And the reason why is this. Based on the algorithms of YouTube, they recommended that I stream at 10 p.m. I don't know if this works at all, if people are actually watching me live at this time, or some people probably are not sleeping yet. Maybe they can watch me. But again, this is a trial basis. So we're going to stick with 10 o'clock in the evening for the next few Mondays. And let's see if there's going to be a trend, if people are actually going to watch. On second thought, it might actually be a good idea. I've always wanted to have a late night show like, Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno or Conan O'Brien. When we would be watching that on YouTube, I would say, I can do something like that. So maybe, maybe this is like a new late night tech talk show or something like that. I don't know. But again, thank you for joining us tonight for the show. Again, I'm Rodney Garcia. I'm the host of Curious Talk Live, and you are also watching us through the different Curious Tech Live channels, whether on Facebook, on YouTube, etc. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do need your help in getting the word across about our very humble and simple YouTube channel. Okay, so let's put this on the screen again, just so that people will start to remember why you were here. Excuse me. So again, what is that tech that's changed your life? What is the tech that changed your life? Let me share one more kind of tech. It's not really mind blowing, but in my opinion, it changed my life. I know this technology has been with us for quite some time, but it's only recently that I got to really appreciate it. And I hope I don't offend anyone, although nowadays whatever you say, it offends anybody. But I'll do my best not to, because this is not really offensive, but you know how it is. I think the technology of when you're in driving, the automatic shift. Any drivers out there who will agree that this is a heaven sent? I have been driving for a long time, and I've been using a manual stick shift for a long time. But however, there came a point wherein I would be very tired, and my legs would just like ache, specifically because it's traffic all the time. So I had to use, shift and try to figure out if the clutch and the gas will. But when I started using an automatic shift, all I just need to do is, get my leg or my foot off the brake, and I'm zooming, right. If I just need to be slow, I just step on the brake a little bit and all of that, and it's worked wonders. I think I enjoy driving more using an automatic, specifically if we are talking about when we're talking about uh, traffic and all of that, right? So um, there you go. But again, if I get to drive a stick shift, I can still do that. Of course, I do miss it when you drive a stick shift and you have control over the power. So automatic kasi it's kind of difficult because pag, when you have to wait, but on a stick shift, if you want to, just get it on, you get it on, right? So, but for me at this age, in my age, and with the situation in traffic, an automatic is a godsend. Okay, can I hear an amen for the people with cars? Okay. Oh boy. Oh, it's almost 11 already. We have 10 more minutes to go. And it's actually just an hour show. But if ever there would be more people coming in and we have more people chatting, then for sure we would have people just going, checking out, and we can probably go beyond 1 hour. Uh, so let me see here. Okay, let me just double check. There you go. So, for those who are joining us tonight, again, our topic is tech that changed your life, and you may be here. Hey, oh, by the way, those who gave their comments, if there's still other tech that you guys have, you want to share, go ahead, share it some more, right? Share it some more. I want to know what's on your mind about these things. Okay, okay, okay. So while we're waiting for the others, again, we want to give you just suggest. I want to reach out. I want to reach out to you. I'm sorry if I'm looking on the other side because there's I oh man, I have to get used to this. Okay, anyway, I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm not looking at the monitor. I'm looking at the camera right now. So for those who are watching us for those who are watching us tonight, and you want to suggest to us our next topic for the next episode, please do reach out to us. Email us at curioustechlife@gmail.com, and we will consider the topic that you have in mind. And hey, we'll even give you credit for it, right? Of course. Why wouldn't not we give you credit? It's a great suggestion. So we want to give you credit for it. Plus, if you gave the topic, I'm sure you're gonna be watching, and like bazillion of your friends are gonna go online and watch it because hey, that's the topic I gave. Okay. So again, suggest our next topic for the next episode by contacting us and reaching out at curioustechlife@gmail.com. Okay, Jake has one more. Oh, this looks like okay, CAD. Computer. What does CAD mean? Wait, is it computer aided design? I think that's what it means, right? Is that yes? I'm correct. I'm sorry, I had to go to Google to check that out. I'm pathetic, but computer aided design uh, with simulation. It helps save a lot of money during theses before fabrication of the project. That's great. Not just for simulation for before fabrication, but it's even helped out a lot of designers from construction to interior design to creations of furniture. Even before they do anything, they put it on a simulation and let's see if it's working. And it's not just design. Some of them they use the computer to simulate whether I'm going to create a building. These will be the specs, and then if there's an earthquake, is it going to stand, etc., etc. So yes, computer aided design with simulation can does help save money and a lot of heartbreak at the same time. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Jay. Hey, TJ has, and this one, yes, cloud storage. It's very, very useful to access your files on all your devices without bringing your hard drive. TJ, do you remember the time when we didn't have anything called the thumb drive? We put all of our files on a writable or rewritable CD. How many of you remember that? I don't know if you're I don't know if you remember that. So we would put our files on a rewritable CD. Eventually, it would be a rewritable DVD, but we would put our stuff there, and that's how we stored our information. Or we used to have a drive. Does anybody remember the zip drive? I'm not talking of the zip file. I'm talking about the zip file. Okay, there was this company called iOmega. Yes, floppy disk. Do I have? Oh my goodness! I actually have some like my old floppy disks here. Of course, I can't access it, but I'm just holding it. I'm holding on to it for posterity purposes. Yes, Maria, floppy disk. Parang kabatch ko ata yung mga ibang mga guests natin dito, no? Floppy disk. So I do remember that. I do remember that we would put it on. And okay, going back, I was saying something about the iOmega. There was this company before called iOmega, and then they would issue these proprietary hardware called zip disks, and they had these really big, like clunky, like disc. It looks like a disc for the Nintendo Entertainment System, the US version, not the Japan version, the US version. And it kind of looked like that. And you would put it there. And the drive it's not even gigabytes, it's just megabytes. Remember the time when we used to have megabytes? And when we would see something like 500 megabytes, that's too much. I don't know what I'm going to do with a hard drive that's 500 megabytes. But nowadays, oh man, you're looking at 1 terabyte. I'm like, that's not enough. I mean, right? I'd rather have 4 terabytes. I wonder who says that. Me, I say those things, right? Because we do video editing for the channel. So the more terabytes you have, the much better capacity you get. So yes, cloud storage. So by the way, please be sure that your cloud storage is well secured. Okay, your username and password. You don't want to just give that to anybody. Cloud storage. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go before we reach 11 because this is an hour show. And I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying so far. We're doing the best that we can for the first episode to really look good. For John, thanks again earlier when you were saying something about the setup. He said something earlier, says he's loving the setup. Yes, thank you so much. We do the best that we can to make everything look very presentable. So thank you so much. You like my background? Huh? You like that? Yeah, pretty cool, right? Okay. So if you guys if you want to put some more comments, go right ahead and read it also. But I'm going through the close right now. So in particular to the technologies that we have, technology, whether you like it or not, whatever you're using right now is a product or is related to technology, from the phones that you use to the television that you watch to everything, even the food that you're eating right now. A lot of that is because of technology. And a lot of technology that has happened within the past 20 to 30 years have literally changed the life of many people in more ways than one. Whether we're talking about medical advancements, to online business, to education, to educators, to content creators like ourselves. There wasn't any content creators a few years ago, but because of the technology like the internet, computers, cameras, and all of that, we get to create content. Now, just like technology that has changed your life, I pray that the technology that you are using right now is changing your life for the better and not for worse. I pray that the phones that we use are tools and we are the masters of the phones that we use and not the other way around. I pray that the technology that you have right now, that is available to you, the the Facebook lives, the YouTube lives, the cameras, whether it's photo or video, all of that. I pray that you will use this technology to make life better for you, not to make worse for other people. I pray that whatever technology that you plan to embrace, maybe you're new to it, maybe you want to buy a new smart TV, or you want to use this technology or that technology. I pray that as you learn, it will make you better as a person, as a human being, and not just consider it to make your life better, but figure out if this is something that can make other people's lives better. In my case, as we close our show tonight, for me, I'm using the technology right now as we speak. I've invested so much on the technology that we're using right now for this live stream because we want to help you get better. We want to help your life to get better. We want to satisfy your curiosity, and so that the benefits upgrade your life. And if we can help you out somehow, if we can show you a way, a possibility, or maybe spark an idea, then we've done our part, and it's a great feeling to help you guys out tonight. So that's my parting shot. Now I want to thank also Pocket Money Music, who's here, says hi. Let me give you an opportunity, Pocket Money Music. If you're here today and maybe you're saying, what kind of technology did you use that has changed your life? Maybe you can type it here and I'll read it as the show closes. So again, thank you so much, everyone. I want to thank the people who took the time to actually go on the chat today. Jopet, TJ Uy, John, the Filipino freelancer. We want to thank Maria Uy. We want to thank Jake Diaz. And we want to thank, hey, Pocket Money Music. And Ayush is here. Hey, bro. Thank you so much. He says, "Hey man, hope you're doing good. Long time. I know it's been a while since we were online, so thanks for dropping by. We are going to be online every Mondays at 10 p.m. Manila time. I'm not really sure what time that is in your country, but you can always join us around that time, or you can watch this. You want to watch a replay? You can put some comments there. Go right ahead if this is something that's going to help you out. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And a few more plugs. First, please do suggest to us if you have an idea what would be a great next topic for this show, Curious Talk Live. Um, Curious Talk Live. Please reach out to us at curioustechlife@gmail.com. And some more plugs right here. Again, please do subscribe to our channel. You can check out our videos. We just launched another video, published another video last Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yes, I think it was a Sunday or Saturday. But do please help us out. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, and you can also follow us on Facebook. And again, thank you so much. This is your host with the most here at Curious Talk Live, Rodney Garcia, the Tito of Tech. I hope that sticks somehow, or that's going to be a good branding, the Tito of Tech. But thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company tonight. And I hope to see you again next week, right here on Curious Talk Live. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye bye, everyone. And always stay tech curious.